It's the end of 2018 and you leave North Carolina and head to Georgia literally on a whim. You have $200 to your name, you have two small kids, and your truck, and as many clothes as you could pack. You get on the road and you go. You trust that God is going to order your steps, and you just go. You get to Georgia and you are confused. You are just full of emotion, but you know you have to stay focused. Within 2 weeks of you being in Georgia, you find a job. That first week, you found childcare for your youngest child and you enrolled your other child into school. You find a job within 2 weeks, and things just immediately start to pick up for you. You're also in your master's program where you couldn't afford to take any time off. You are living with your godmother, and it is a smaller apartment, and you and your kids have a room. Y'all are sleeping in on a full-size mattress, but you get up every day, you go to work, you take your kids where they have to go, and you start to piece back your life piece by piece. The transition was difficult, it was hard, but you're doing it. Within a month and a half, maybe 2 months, you get your own place. And it's a 1-bedroom, 600 square foot apartment, just big enough for you and your kids. 2019, you file for divorce. And you don't ask for permission, you don't ask for any extra conversation, you just go ahead and you file for divorce because at this point, you just want to move on with your life. You are tired of living in fear and living in survival, and you're just ready for something new. You file for divorce and you keep moving. You eventually get a better paying job, and you're able to move yourself and your kids to a 2-bedroom, bigger size apartment, and things are they're looking up for you. They are truly looking up for you. In the midst of all of that, you are still battling whether or not the family aspect could work because you're still in communication with your ex. There was something in you that made you feel like you were not supposed to be raising your kids by yourself as a single parent. You saw what that looked like with your mom, and you just didn't want that for yourself. So every opportunity that your ex had to try to just convince you that things would be different and that you could trust what he was saying, like, he took every opportunity, and you allowed your emotions and not your logic or your experience to overcrowd your decision making. And eventually he makes his way to Georgia and he moves in with you and the kids. And at first, things felt fine. They felt like they were supposed to be that. He moves in, things are seemingly going fine. You are trusting that things would be different and that you two could work through your issues and through your problems, because what relationship doesn't have problems? What relationship doesn't have challenges that they have to overcome? And you are such a family girl that you want the relationship to work. That was all you wanted the whole time. And you're thinking like, okay, well, maybe the distance created some sort of just understanding, and then just desire to really become better, do better, all the things. You would soon realize that that was not the case. And there were still things going on behind your back that you knew nothing about, but you would find out about. And the behavior in North Carolina just changed to Georgia. Now, before you find all of the new things out, you remarry him. and you say, we're going to do this, we're going to do it right, we're going to get it together. You suggest counseling, but that was met with resistance. So you say, okay, we're going to handle this between us, and you're carrying the emotional load of the relationship. You're trying to push the direction forward, but something is still resisting, even after you got married for a second time. So you start to find things out, the same type of things that you were finding out in North Carolina, and you're sitting with yourself like, how the fuck did I get back into this? What is going on with me? You start to look within yourself, because at that point you realize that this is no longer a him problem. This is a you problem. Something's broken. Arguments went right back to where they were before you left. The inability to emotionally connect with him fell right back into your lap. The lies, the betrayal, the cheating, the manipulation, the gaslighting, everything just came right back as if it never left. And it got so bad to the point that the violence started again. And now your children are getting older. And you are just sad because you don't know what direction to go in at this point. And you're confused. And you just feel so fucking bamboozled. I want to throw this in there too. You really pick up on the fact that your arguments stem from one thing and one thing only. And that was his inability to be in a committed, monogamous marriage. He could not do it. There was something that he was dealing with internally that had him literally wrapped in the chokehold, and there was nothing that you could do to try to help or save him. But then guess what? You get pregnant again. You're pregnant with your third child, and he's promising you that your pregnancy will be different. He's promising you that things will be different. He's going to be supportive. He's going to be there, all the things. And you're left to carry another pregnancy by yourself. So you're pregnant with your third child, and you're doing everything. The cycle is literally repeating itself. You are doing everything by yourself. You're at your doctor's appointments by yourself. You are pregnant, and then you get laid off from your job. And when you get laid off from your job, you just feel like, it's coming crashing. The world's coming crashing down on you fast. Not only are you pregnant, but you're in a marriage for the second time with someone who has proven that they cannot be in a monogamous relationship and be honest with you. But then also you're having to raise 2 other children on top of that by yourself. Now, I'm not talking about from a financial aspect, because he always had a job. But from raising the child, it's all you. It's 2022, and you are getting ready to have your baby. And the night that you went in labor, you were alone because he was out in a hotel doing other things. So you're alone. You call your god sister. She meets you at the hospital. You have to have another cesarean, and he's not there. It's just you and your god sister as you are welcoming your new child into the world. After you experience that pain, you say, yes, something has to change. A couple months after that, you're able to get another job. Not doing what you had been doing, but you're able to get some sort of income to where you could start making a move. Then in September of 2022, the lease was over. You leave. You guys go your separate ways, and it was not a smooth transition at all. But you leave, you go your separate ways, and then in 2023, you file for divorce again. This is the assignment I did not ask for. I didn't choose this. It chose me. And no, this is not Lifetime, baby. This is my life in real time.